Good afternoon, good evening, good Zinta, good y'all, whatever it may be where you are. I'm Not Sports Cards. Hope you're doing well. Today, what do we got? Get the theme song out of here. We got some new PSA specials here. All right, we'll take a look at them. I've seen a little bit. I've got some thoughts, but PSA's running specials where they are kind of doing this, 47,000 days of Christmas, where they're giving you specials that are available for a limited period of time. Like I think there are some specials that are literally ending today. We'll start there. $24.99 for value plus. Let's move me over here. How about if I go over here? How about over here for me? $24.99 value plus 20-day turnaround. I kind of like this, but maximum $150 per customer discount, which I think is like $15 a card. So max insured value $500. Again, they've changed max from declared value to max insured value. Interesting thought. 30% off membership if you don't have a membership, and they had raised it to 150. Now it's about 100 again, and I definitely recommend getting the non-sports membership. You get the specific magazines. Sometimes you get the cards. PSA Team Store Special. I have no idea what this is. Let's open the link in new tab, because is everything 25% off, or is it okay, supplies and shit like that? But that's till the end of today. I guess these are kind of really like Black Friday-ish specials. But the new specials that were released today, we'll scroll up to the top here. Non-sports cards. Like it says in the title, I'm Not Sports Cards. And these are non-sports card specials. $13.99, 20 card minimum. Some interesting things here about this. Two main things that strike me. The first thing is that it's 1960 to present. That's rare that they do a special. By the way, I think I said 20 card minimum, but they do a special that like goes all the way back. I mean, 1960. Usually they kind of do like pre 70, pre 80s. Sometimes they do pre 90s. So this would include your vintage stuff. I only really go back to the late 70s, like 77 Star Wars. So you don't always get these specials where you can do 77 Star Wars all the way up to modern stuff. Again, I was generally excited to see this. I have a bunch of cards that I wanted to send in. I have one major issue with this, this is something I have never, ever, 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 ever seen. Max insured value $100. I don't I don't know what this means anymore. I legitimately don't. Like, max insured value means what? Like, did they upcharge you, or they're not gonna pay you back more than $100? Like, I legitimately don't. 50-day turnaround. I don't think PSA is lacking for cards to grade right now. So I think 50-day turnaround, business days, that's 10 weeks. That's 2.5 months. So be it. But that $100 max insured value for me, and I've mentioned this before, is like, hey, it's complicated. I've had issues where they've lost my cards before, and is that replacement value or whatever? Is it raw value? Is it graded value? I have some cards that cost me around $100 to buy, but I can't buy again, right? Like, that's what worries me about this stuff. Is like, it is very, rare cards are difficult to do with this stuff. You can take a chance and roll the dice, but I've got a couple of Mandalorian serial number cards that I wonder. To me, the issue is like, there's no point in sending a card to PSA at a higher level if they damaged or lost your card and they wouldn't give you that much money for it. So if I sent in a card that I thought was worth 500 raw, and they'd be like, no way, we're only giving you $100, why would I pay extra money to get that graded? But $100 is low. I've never seen anything below 150 before. I mean, this is great for like a lot of like base cards or a modern mid-range serial number or autograph type stuff. Like, I get worried about stuff you cannot replace at that price. I grade Spider-Man, like the 2000s X-Men, 2002 Spider-Man. That's good for this stuff. Simpsons, 1990 Simpsons, things like that, I think are good at this price level where you're really looking for that PSA 10 to increase the value, but the raw card itself is not worth that much money. I mean, it's something I've been thinking about in general. All right, what else we have here? I can loop back to this. Okay, so 2020 to present grading, $16.99 a card, and $400 maxed insured, 10 card minimum, standard imaging and everything. Do you get imaging on these? Yeah, standard imaging. You got to be a club member to get these, 50-day turnaround. So interesting enough for me that like the Mando cards that I have are like, it doesn't say sports here, so that's cool. But I think it includes everything. So just all the arguments I just had about some of like, I have some Mandalorian cards that are 2020, 2021 that I would probably send it at this value because of the max insured value, right? Like I'll pay the extra $3. We've talked about before that shipping is becoming a large portion of the cost here, right? Like my last 10 card minimum order, they wanted to charge $44 to ship. Just felt expensive. One of the things I don't understand is how they own SGC. And if you go over and look at SGC grading, here we go. Go SGC. Oh, I just want to see if they have the prices up here. Card grading. Does it show shipping? Man, they used to. This is the cost per card, but they used to show the price to ship. Shipping fees. Here we go. Okay. So here we go. All right. If you were to, ostensibly, okay, I'm just using this because they own this company, and why can't they do the same thing? Is that, okay, if I grade 20 of those cards that are $100 each, which would fall under this $25 shipping from SGC, why would PSA charge me $44? It just feels like, again, 20 cards, it's $2 a card. We're all excited about PSA specials, which I am. I'm cheap. Listen, it's really weird because, there's two sayings, right? Don't be penny wise, pound foolish, dollar foolish. The other one is take care of the pennies and the dollars take care of themselves. Those things are in direct, they're direct opposite of each other. And I'm a firm believer that you gotta watch pennies and dollars, but saving a couple bucks on each of these cards over time is better, saving some money on shipping. So again, these are nice specials. I like the 10 card minimum. It will really come down to what they charge on shipping. Basically if they're going to charge me, full amount on $44 to ship 10 cards, it just feels expensive. Because I kind of would like to only send in 10 cards, or we'll at least play with it. Funko Pop grading special. I don't own any Funko Pops. I don't even know what the normal price is here. Whatever. If you like to grade Funko Pops, I don't know how much of a market there is. I've seen that like they're the only ones who encapsulate it. Regular grading, $59.99. I mean that seems pretty good, right? I think that's usually like $79.99. I did have an issue recently where a friend of mine sent in a card that he bought raw for $1,200 to $1,300, and they upcharged him to the next level. Regular. I think this is cheap actually here. They upcharged him to the next level, and the card got a 6 mark. So like I don't know how you can upcharge that stuff. So it looks like 4 new specials. Regular service. This seems cheap. Just be wary that they're going to upcharge you. It certainly does seem a steep up. It's 10 business days. So that's, to me, really what you're paying for here is the 10 business days. The max insured value. Listen, I live in the world of non-sports cards. You live in the world of sports cards where there's lots of comps, lots of understanding. Like, in non-sports, there are very few cards that are liquid and fully comped out, meaning that I could tell you if it auctioned tomorrow reasonably what it would go for. There really aren't that many of them. In sports, there are. So, like, the non-sports community, we always try to like find our way into this special here. Um, as I mentioned, it's like, what will PSA pay for you? So I think these specials are kind of cool. I'm still really weirded out about, like, I guess this is, you know, a lot of this is for TCG. This is more of a Pokemon thing than anything else, and probably in response to whatever CGC is offering. I saw somebody do a video like trying to compare like why PSA bought SGC and how they control the market and all this shit, and like they left out TCG. TCG is like somewhere between 30 and 50% of the market, and you know other companies are starting to do well in TCG, and it could be the future, or it could just be, you know, people are overgrading TCG cards. And this might be what's here is like the burn and turn mentality here. Um, I don't know. I don't grade Pokemon. I don't grade TCG. I have some friends that do, and they do really well. So I wonder if this is geared more towards that. It just, you know, when I look at these things, I'll do this for a second. Like $100 max value, $14 a card. So that's 14% of the max value of the card. $17 on a $400 value is what? 4%, 4.25% of the value of the card, right? Seems like you probably shouldn't be doing too much of this unless, if I send in whatever, a Wolverine 2000 and I get a 10 and they try to upcharge me, I would laugh in their face, right? I would laugh in their face and then fucking throw something at them when they try to like upcharge me to God knows what. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just really leery of this number here. I'm gonna send some in. Um, I've got a bunch of Rogue One serial numbered cards that I would send in at this $100 max insured value. We'll see what happens. We'll put together uh, a submission, see what happens. I would ask you at this point to like and subscribe, like and subscribe. You know, for every new subscriber we get this month, we're going to do a new video. I've been doing a lot of short videos and a lot of stuff. So again, if you like these type of videos, like and subscribe. We're on a march. We're trying to get 150 more subscribers by the end of the year. If we do, we'll do something funny. Probably, I've got Albert the Bulldog underneath me. If you guys don't know Albert the Bulldog, he's the head of the shipping department here. That's Albert the Bulldog right there. If you probably can hear him snoring. He's right underneath me right now. And that's my buddy. So again, I'm Not Sports Cards. I hope you like this video, and I am